على آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اعلموا أنما الحياة الدنيا لعب ولهو صدق العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وسلم تسليما تسليما كثيرا. Alhamdulillah, we've been enlightened by wonderful discourse given by our wonderful teacher. A lot of most aspects of what was discussed in the previous session is actually going to be discussed now, and you'll know what I mean inshallah. So we'll try and do session as quickly as possible, and if depending on your state and how, because we're running quite late, we'll maybe just do one mas'ala of Aqidah and Fiqh, or if not, then we'll go to Professor Muhammad because his session should really be starting now. But inshallah, we'll do as quickly as possible, and then inshallah we'll move on. But remember, always we've stated and scheduled, always subject to change. So we want Hazrat to be here and speaking as much as possible. That's what we want. You don't want to be listening to me. You don't want to be listening to anybody else. We want to listen to Hazrat. So alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah, such a wonderful enlightenment discourse that we had, especially explaining about the naql and the transmission of text and narration and about truth and absolute truth. What a wonderful explanation. I don't think, and that's the beauty of our mashaykhs, especially our wonderful teacher Shaykh Ahmad, Allah SWT elevate the status and understanding even more and more so that we can benefit, is that with such clarity you understand things that you're left with no doubt whatsoever what is truth and what is falsehood. And you're not gonna, really, I don't think you'll get that anywhere else whatsoever. Such clarity, this explanation that they gave and the practical example that they showed, just so that you can understand, where will you find this? This is the beauty of being in the presence of those true awliya salihin, the true learned people, the true righteous and pious people, true ulamas. That's where you're going to get it from. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to quickly go through this. Most of it is already explained. We'll just get to the chunks of everything. Now, many people, we have these aspirations. We have this one that we want to be known. We want to be famous. We want to be a star, maybe. We look at the Premier League football players, we see the football teams of Real Madrid, AC Milan, and we see the likes of Messi and Ronaldo, and we think, one day, gosh, if only that was me. I'm running around and people were chanting my name. Or we see the greatest movie stars and pop stars, and think, if only that was me. If only I looked as good as this. So maybe some of us think that we do look like that, but really we're not. We see this promotion. They look in the mirror and think, wow, honestly, I look really, really good. Really, we're nothing like that. Like they do the talent shows, their friends jig them and say, yeah, you should go to the X Factor. You've got a really good voice. And really, they don't have a good voice. They have an atrocious voice, but they think they have a good voice. So all these auditions, when you see these auditions for reality shows and all this, it's an element in human being that it says that I want to be known and I want to be famous. I want to be a star. I want to be known. I want recognition. And what we try to do is then we try to find those avenues in which we can get recognized and become popular amongst people. And let's take an example of a movie. Let's say, for example, have you ever considered what would it like to be a famous star? We think that if we become a famous movie star, if we become a famous actor or a singer or a sports personality, then people will like us, will become popular, people will idolize us, people will be chanting our names, we can go to different places, people wanting our autographs. It'll be a wonderful feeling, won't it? Okay, let's think about what it takes to be a movie star then. First and foremost, before becoming a movie star, we've got to ask ourselves three things. What does it take to make a movie? What do you need to do to make a movie? And then, what does a movie consist of? And then also, what we also have is the aftermath of the movie, isn't it? So what I want you to do, I've given you a sheet, now everybody should have a sheet. I want you to quickly brainstorm to me, what does it take to make a movie? Okay? What do you need to make a movie? Just quickly write down. If those of you don't know, don't worry. You don't know, just put it blank. Then the next question I want you to ask is, and it can be either Hollywood or Bollywood, it doesn't matter. Whichever one you put down, you can put both down. What a movie consists of. What does a movie have? Within a movie, what does it have? And then the aftermath of a movie. What happens after the movie is produced? What exactly happens? So quickly write that down. Just quickly brainstorm. Give you a few minutes. Just quickly write that down, and then we'll go through it collectively. So if we start, hopefully, do you need some more time? Is that finished? Yes? Yep, okay, good. So to make a movie, what do you need? What do you need to make a movie? Let's get some answers. Hands up, and let's see some answers. Go on, Brother Shafiq. Oh, okay. Slow. Hold on. One at a time. We need actors, okay? So you agree that to make a movie, what you need is you need an actor, okay? So okay, we'll have an actor. Right, anything else? Sorry, you need a script. Okay, you need a script. So we've got actors, we've got script. You need a camera. You need a budget, Brother Numan. You need people. That's actors technically, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Budget, that's the finance, okay. Abid? You need a stage, okay. That's what else? What else can we have? You need a director, okay, that's good. Anything else? Obviously, you need talent. Obviously, otherwise, then we'll go to the aftermath. Then it's going to be a different story, isn't it? Okay. Okay, that's good. So basically, we need a script. Yeah, we'll agree that we need a script. And then what we also we've got a director. Okay, we probably need a stage as well. We need a camera. We've got actors, and we need a budget. This is the basic gist of what a movie, in order to produce a movie, will need. Okay, so the next part is a movie has. What does a movie have? So come on, I need some answers now. What does a movie have? You need a story. That's it. You need a story. What else do you need? Sorry? You need a beginning, middle, and end. What else? You need characters. Go on. What else do we need in a movie? What makes a good movie? Go on. Action, thriller. You need a villain. But you also need what else if you have a villain? You need a hero. That's it. Everybody's laughing away. We've all played our hero parts in the olden days. So basically, we need a villain, we need a hero, we need characters. What else do we need in a movie? A family. A thug. Okay, that's a villain. Okay. We need a thug as well. So he's a thug. We need a thug as well, okay? Spice it up a little bit. Okay, what does a movie have? We said a movie also has a beginning, middle, and end. Okay, that's good. So we need a plot. Basically, what the whole plot of the movie is. A genre. So there could be a thriller, it could be comedy, it could be drama, it could be sci-fi, whatever it is, there's a genre to it. It could be comedy, it could be family, whatever it is, there's a genre to it. What else do we have? Is that it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay? Every movie will have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And not always people stay till the end, because if it's not that good, they usually leave. Okay, what else will be? The suspense. A good movie usually has a suspense, isn't it? You have the suspense. What's happened, not happened. You know, what we need to do. So we also have the good old hero and a villain, the thug and the prince. Okay, we also need a hero and a villain in a movie. Okay? Next part. When a movie is made, what do we do? What happens? Obviously, you need to... Yeah, brilliant, honestly. You need to release the movie. That's good. What else do we need to do? The aftermath of a movie. What else happens? Come on this side. Somebody give us answer. Awards. There's awards. What else? Promotion, producer. Yeah, promote it. Yes. There's good words. Yes, awards, promotion. Sorry? Reviews. Yes, review. What else? Advertising, promotion. Yeah? Okay, so we have awards. We have judgment. Basically, the viewers, the people who view it, they'll actually view whether it's success or a failure. Your audience will tell you that. We obviously need a viewing audience, and they'll review it as well. You have fame. If an actor is good, and the producers are good, and the director is good, if the movie is good, everybody in that movie will become famous. The director become famous, the actor become famous, everybody basically goes up in the sight of the people. And you want recognition as well. If the movie is good, you get recognized as such and such a movie for your skills and attributes, etc., etc. So basically, why I've chosen this analogy is to make us all understand is that this life is nothing but an act. The actors that we're talking about in a movie, this life of ours, of this world, is nothing but a movie that we're all playing. It's a movie. It's a movie. We're all playing our roles as actors in the life of this world. This world is the stage. This whole world is the stage, and we're all actors. Every single one of us are actors in this movie of life. That's what we are. The movie has genres as well. This life of our movie of our life has got genres. Sometimes we're sad, sometimes we're happy. These are the sad and comedy. Sometimes there's thriller and action, i.e. we're actually active and doing something epic. And sometimes we're miserable. Sometimes we are in families and sometimes we're alone. Sometimes we play the villain and sometimes we play the hero. We're all got a genre and we're all a hero or a villain. Every moment there's a camera recording us. Every moment, just like in a movie you have a camera recording, the actors on the stage, what they're doing is they're on the stage, they're recording. Every single moment there's a camera upon us, really. There's a camera which is recording, which is actually analyzing every single step that we take. We all have a script. We all have a script. We've all been given a script. Every single one of us have been given a script. And we all, obviously, in order to fulfill that script, the director will tell us how to actually do that. Every single move that we're supposed to take, the director will tell us, this is how you do this is how you do that. No, I want you to speak up, and I want you to speak lower. I want you to smile, I want you to cry. That's what the director does. He'll give you guidance as to what you're supposed to do, as to how to act that script out. Once the shooting is over, the director then edits everything together so that the audience, what they do, they see not the takes, the mistakes, the errors that you made, but they see all the best part of the movement and action and speech that you did in the movie, isn't it? When we make the movie, you don't see those mistakes where they start. You know, at the end of the movie, they play those clips as they say, and the mistakes, the errors are made, and and they all start laughing and giggling. You don't see that. You see the perfect motion, action, speech that the director wants the audience to see. He edits it, and this is the director edition. So this way you see the best footage. If the audience like the movie, the actors will get rewarded and awarded for the acting. And through this award, the person can become famous and become a star. Isn't it? Yes? All agree? So what do these things represent? Well, the movie is basically our life. So in the other sheet, I've given you in the sheet, what you can do just to remind you of this analogy is that you can write them down as well, is that the movie is like our life. Just like every movie, it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. We all have a beginning. Because we were born in this world, that's the point of our beginning. Really, our point of existence came in the world of spirit. But in terms of this dunya and this world, our beginning is the day that we were born. That's the beginning of our movie. Sometimes it had a middle and there'll always be an end. But as with every single movie, the end, and every single book as well, the end is the most important. Just tell those people who are mad Harry Potter fans. Honestly, they were all waiting for what the end is going to be. So every single movie, you know for a fact that the end is the most important. And we have to ask ourselves, is it this movie of our life that we're playing? Yes, we had a beginning. That can be done. Middle, yes, is there. But we don't know whether our ending is going to be a good or bad ending. How is it going to be? Something that we need to ponder and reflect and think. Actors. We're all human beings. They're all actors. All the creation, in fact, are all actors. They're acting. Every single part of the scenery that you see in the stages of this world, the trees, the skies, the plants, the animals, children, wives, fathers, mothers, brothers, sisters, they're all acting. Employees, every single one of us are acting, and we're all doing our own role, which is set. We can become the hero or we can become the villain. We can either hurt some people or we can actually comfort people. As simple as that. Script. Why is the script? What does the script represent in the movie? It's the Quran. The script is the Quran. The Quran is the book of guidance that Allah has given us, a manual. It's the manual for every single one of us to follow, to live our life, how we should live our life, what way we should live our life. The Quran is the script that we have to follow in order to achieve the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And how you're going to follow that, how to follow the script, you need a director. And who's the director? Is none other than Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the director. He was the talking, walking Quran. That's what Hazrat Aisha Siddiqah said. He is the walking, talking Quran. So if you want to know how to play out the script, you need to see and you need to follow and you need to obey the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He will be guiding you how to talk. He'll be guiding you how to walk. Why? Because there'll be a camera, there'll be an audience. So, for example, what do the directors? Sometimes there are times in the actors they don't know how to play out a scene, don't they? So they get a person who's an expert of that field. They say, okay, play this. Like, for example, those kung fu artists and martial arts things. They get somebody to train them. Okay, you do this fight scene like this. Move your hand like this, and you move your hand like that. And they practice and mimic until they're perfected. That is what we need to do to get perfection. Follow, mimic. Just like the director will give you supervisors and stuntmen and all these other people to actually follow. These are like the sahabas, these are like the awliyas who will actually train you until you get your action correct and perfected. So that when the movie is recorded, it is perfect in the sight of the audience. Then what do we have? Is that we have a camera. The angels are recording our book of deeds. The camera represents the angels who are recording our deeds, which will be presented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment. Actually, even now it's being presented every single week, but collectively, as a holistic, it's presented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment. The audience. Who are the audience? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the angels. That is the audience. They are watching. They are analyzing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is seeing us. Seeing us every single moment, every single breath that we take in, He's seeing us and analyzing, but He's not doing anything. Just like the audience, when the movie is played, they can't say anything or do anything. They let the actors play out. Budget. We need money. What does the budget represent in our life? It means the time and effort that we give. The time and effort, that with the more effort and the more devotion that we do towards the movie of this life, there's more success that we can get. And the awards. What is the awards? The reward for Sunnah life is the pleasure and closeness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the reward. The pleasure and closeness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you follow the life of this movie that we have, if you follow the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we will be actually awarded with the pleasure and closeness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, as you heard, as I mentioned in the hadith, is that how to become a star. We all want to be stars inside of people. We all want to be movie stars inside of people. But why not? Why not? Have you ever not considered is that why not become a star in the sight of Allah and His Messenger? How can we be that? As the very hadith which Shaykh Ahmad Dabbagh mentioned in the previous discourse, is that sahabik al-nujum, فَبِأَيِّهِمْ اِقْتَدَيْتُمْ اِهْتَدَيْتُمْ, is that my companions are like stars. For whichever one you follow, you'll be guided. So before, in the olden days, what do stars do? They navigate, they actually help people to get guidance. So before the advent of TomTom and sat-navs, is that the compass and the advent of compass, the people use stars to actually be guided in the darkness of the seas and the night. So when the night was there, how do they know which way to go? Do they go north, south, east, west? Where do they go? They follow the stars and they use the stars. Similarly, in the darkness of this world, when the darkness of zulmat, the darkness of ignorance, the darkness of sinfulness, if you follow the stars of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you will get hidayah and you will get guidance. So we should try to become stars of Allah and His Messenger, just like the companions were, so that people can achieve guidance and hidayah. Nowadays, the famous stars are meant to be role models as well. How many times have you seen football stars being admonished because they're told that you're supposed to be role model for the youngsters if they're doing anything bad? We see movie stars doing good charitable work because they know that they're role models. Every single movie star, pop star, They're all trying to do good works because they know that people will listen to us. People are analyzing us. If we set a good example, then people will actually follow that good and they bring the good in this world. That's what they're trying to do. So famous stars are role models for the younger generation. The companions of the Prophet ﷺ were the perfect role models for humankind. What will you get if you follow their footsteps? You get Valaya. So for example, you got the director, you got the script, and you got the director, which is the Prophet ﷺ. And then in order for you to know how to actually play that out, you got the models who are the Sahaba. And if you follow the model, so you have the Rasulullah as the director, he's the teacher, he's the guide, and you have the models in which how you should behave, they've actually exemplified. And if you do exactly what the models have done, and if you mimic that, you get to think of Valaya, friendship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the result. That is the award. That is what you're going to get. If you get Valaya, which is the special friendship of course Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves that person. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, once this is given, He then announces to all of the malaika, He called Jibreel, oh Jibreel, come. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what is it? Oh Jibreel, there's such and such person that I love. I love him, so you also love him. So then Jibreel goes all the way to the angels, oh malaika, there is such and such a person in this world that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love and I love, so you should also love them. Then all of the angels, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and all of the angels love that person. If you really want affection, if you really want admiration, if you really want recognition, if you really want to be a star, you have the role model to follow. You have the best of guides. You have the best of role models. And if you follow that, you will become known and loved, not in the sight of people, but in the sight of Allah and all the angels. Like you just heard, if all the people combined, the angels of this dunya are far more and greater. And I'm talking about all the angels from all of the heavens. All of the heavens. First heaven, second heaven, third heaven, fourth heaven, fifth, sixth, seventh. All the angels of this world, all of them love that person. That is real stardom. That is real stardom which will live forever and ever. Recognition that will go on forever and ever. Because the recognition and stardom of the dunya, one day you can be a star, the next day you're a fallen star. How many movie stars you've seen, they've fallen, they've gone in the sight of people. They don't know. They were famous one point, now nobody knows. Nobody mentions their name. But you become a star in the sight of Allah and His Messenger, your name will be mentioned because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forever living. He does not die. So if you want to be known, if you want to be appreciated, strive for the stardom in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and not the stardom of the dunya and the people. A stardom in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will last forever and ever. Whereas the stardom of the dunya will perish just as the world will perish. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forever living and He does not die. And now we'll just end it here, is that verily, this is something for you to ponder and to reflect, is that verily, the life of man is in the life of his heart. Verily, the life of man is in the life of his heart and soul. And there is no life in the heart except by knowing its Creator, having love for Him, worshipping Him solely, turning to Him in times of need, and seeking tranquility with His remembrance. Ponder upon what has been said here. Is that there is your life is the life of your heart and soul. You will not have any life. There is no life if there is no knowing of the Creator, remembrance of the Creator, worshipping of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, turning towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in times of need, and seeking His tranquility, peace, salamat, and His remembrance. And he who loses this life, he who loses this life has lost all good. I.e., this remembrance and love and knowing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you lose this, you've lost all good. Even if he attempts to substitute it the remembrance and knowing about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the remembrance and the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even it tries to substitute this with all that is in this world, for verily, even if all of the world were get together, it would not replace this life. So many people, what we're trying to do, trying to replace those things of the dunya with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But verily and verily, for everything that a slave loses in this world, there is a substitute. The one who loses Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will never find anything to replace him by. There is no substitute for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can lose your wife, you can lose your children, you can lose your job, you can lose your wealth, you can lose your status, you can lose your prestige, you can lose your name, you can lose everything of this dunya. But everything can be substituted and replaced by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if you lose Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if myself and yourself lose Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have lost everything and there is no replacement for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Reflect and ponder on that. As I say here. Inshallah, we'll stop here. Jazakumullah khair. Subhanakallah bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. If you have any quick questions, you may ask. If not, we'll just take a 5-minute break and then, inshallah, we'll take a 5-minute break. In fact, we'll take a 5-minute break and then Professor Muhammad Wajid will come and do his discourse. Inshallah, is that okay? Jazakumullah khair. Any questions you'd like to ask? Okay. No question. Just take a 5-minute break and then inshallah Professor Muhammad will do his session.